Recently, Supercell introduced the Frozen Arrow. And the question we are all asking is this the best piece of equipment to put on our queen? But what about the other pieces of equipment? Which one takes the cake? And I love me some cake. Also, which pieces synergize best together? If you want to jump to a future chapter discussing a specific piece of the queen's equipment, feel free to do so. But for now, let's jump into it. Let's be real. Hero equipment has been the best thing that has ever been introduced in Clash of Clans. Despite initial outcries that it's a cash grab on Supercell's part, players seem to have accepted that hero equipment is just another thing that they can upgrade on their base over time. Specifically with the Queen, we have some really nice variability in different types of equipment we can use, from healers popping out of her ability to a giant arrow streaking across a base. No, not that kind of streaking. There is now a lot of variety in what your queen can offer. Now, each ability offers different benefits in different situations, so let's take a look at each one and see if it's better than the Frozen Arrow. First, let's check out the stats on the Frozen Arrow itself. At level 27, this Frosty Explosion gives the Queen an increase of 168 DPS and slows down its target by 75% for 3 seconds. This makes it especially strong against defenses that really pack a punch, like the Scatter Shot or single target Infernos. In fact, it's impossible for the single target's beam to heat up at all when the Queen starts directly targeting it. Now that's some really solid stats. Now the one negative with the Frozen Arrow is that the frozen or freezing ability only works on the building that she's shooting. So if you have a single target Inferno that's behind a few storages, this is not going to help you that much. So something to consider with the Frozen Arrow is definitely going to have to be used by a little more skilled attackers. That just means putting the Frozen Arrow on your Queen is not going to make Queen charges a piece of cake. The most obvious challenger comes in the Invisibility Vial. This powerful piece of equipment not only gives the Queen invisibility for 7.8 seconds, which, for example, allows it to break the beam of a single target Inferno, but it also grants a 700 HP increase, allowing the Queen to continue her attack even longer. But the most powerful part of the Invisibility Vial is the power shots that explode after the ability is hit. These shots grant a 1,740 DPS increase for the entire 7.8 seconds. That's 13,572 damage in total, which is enough to take down the Town Hall with just this ability. Because of this feature, the Invis Vial takes the cake when it comes to a showdown between the two abilities. Okay, I'll stop it with the cake references. My goodness. Next on the list is the Archer Puppet. At level 18, this ability spawns 35 archers, which, let's be honest, they're pretty useless. But it also grants 440 HP recovery and a 144 DPS increase. Since the HP recovery is honestly pretty weak, and the Frozen Arrow actually grants more of a DPS increase at 168, the Frozen Arrow wins this battle every time. Next to last, we have the Healer Puppet. Now, I know this ability has been poo-pooed on by many players, but personally, it's been my second favorite behind the Invis Vial. It grants the most healing of all the abilities with a passive increase of 35 health per second, and when pressed, the ability grants a whopping 968 HP increase along with 3 level 8 healers, which grant the Queen, not the King, the ability to last much longer. Now, if you can pre-plan your Queen charge with well-placed Coco Loons, well-placed rage and free spells, then I admit the healer puppet is definitely overkill for your queen if you're a skilled player. So when these two items are placed head-to-head, I'm going to have to say that the Frozen Arrow will beat it out, but only if you're a skilled attacker. If you have a little work to do still on your queen charges, then I'm going to say go with the healer puppet to give yourself a little more wiggle room and a little more of an edge. Lastly, we have the Giant Arrow. At max, this piece of equipment grants a 581 HP increase and a 132 DPS increase. But the most powerful part is when the Giant Arrow shoots across the entire base, doing 1,950 damage to every building it hits. It can one-shot archer towers, cannons, and air defenses, and if paired with lightning and earthquake spells, it can take out a significant portion of the base on its own. Unfortunately, though, the skill level required to use it is currently higher than most players are willing to experiment with, so it does not win in a direct conflict with the Frozen Arrow. That being said, if we do see more widespread use of the Giant Arrow, it does synergize best with the Frozen Arrow, and that the alternate ability would not be wasted while using the Giant Arrow, so watch out for future attack videos featuring its powerful destructive ability. I'm quietly hoping that we will eventually get some insane guidance on how to use the Giant Arrow effectively, because it has the potential to be amazing, but unfortunately, I'm afraid that that's not going to be until everybody starts to really get all of their pieces of equipment till max. As it is for now, for myself, the best two pieces of equipment, in my opinion, are going to be the Invisibiliry Vial and the Frozen Arrow. Again, if you are a skilled queen charge attacker, if you have some work to do, then I'm going to say the Invisibiliry Vial and the healer puppet to give yourself just a little bit of wiggle room. Make sure that you're subscribed to the channel. Before we do our next video, we have lots of ideas. If you like the video, make sure you smash that like button. Until the next video, I am TipDog20. I will see you then.